Welcome to How to See the Bigger Picture from Rick Smith Hypnosis. When you're ready to explore, please sit back and relax and just listen to the sound of my voice. First, check yourself to make sure you're absolutely ready to accept hypnosis today. And when you know it's time, take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment, close your eyes and release it at your own speed. And as the breath flows out of you, feel your body begin to anticipate how good it's going to feel to let yourself relax deeply as you've done before. And just let your body relax, whilst you allow your breathing to find its own slow, steady rhythm. Breathing in and breathing out at exactly the correct speed for your body to take the nourishment it needs from each and every breath. And on your next breath in, I'd like you to now open your eyes at the top of the breath. And then as you release the breath from your body, allow your eyes to close gently again. That's good. And now, as you breathe at your own speed, you feel your whole body begin to synchronize with your breathing, so that each time you breathe in, you feel the life-giving air flowing through your whole body. And as you breathe out each time, you allow yourself to become even more deeply relaxed, feeling lazy and wonderful. And you know how good it will feel to go deeper. So why not allow yourself to go all the way down now? As I start to count down from 10 to 1. 10. You are committed to finding a state of deep relaxation. This time and every time you go into hypnosis. And just this thought may be enough that you already begin to feel yourself more relaxed than a few moments before. 9. And so you have given yourself permission to do nothing else right now. Nothing else than allow the lazy, sensual feeling of releasing all the tension, fully relaxing all your muscles and joints as you begin to settle into the journey to calmness and tranquility. 8. Deeper still, your body now so limp and floppy that you start to lose touch with your physical awareness. As you place your body in temporary hibernation, you won't be needing it for a little while, so just allow it to rest. 7. Now move your attention to your face. And as you become aware of how your skin and the tiny muscles of your face can easily be made to relax even more, and your face feels different now, and it's a wonderful, careless, lazy feeling as you completely release those muscles and just allow yourself to be. 6. Now your body and your face are totally relaxed and you're drifting safely. I'd like you to turn your attention back to your breathing. And you can notice how this state of deep relaxation has slowed your breathing even more. 5. Each time you breathe out, you naturally go deeper, as you've done before. And you possess great knowledge about how effortlessly you can settle into this deepened state of consciousness, where you are the beneficiary of the personal power of change. 4. Now you begin to notice that your breathing is happening deeper in your body, lower down in your abdomen. And that kind of breathing feels good to you. And it is good. The best kind of breathing. 3. And now your body is at rest. And your breathing is happening at exactly the right speed. As you slowly drift down to that relaxed state that you've enjoyed so much, so many times, and you know how good it feels. 2. As you start to notice that your descent is slowing, as you once more reach the basement of your relaxation. And you may be curious about what will be the positive effect this time. And 1. You're there, totally relaxed, feeling wonderful. And you may now rest for a moment and settle into the gentle rhythm, aware of your regular, slow, controlled breathing, and just allowing it to happen, and your whole self to synchronize. So just take a moment of silence to appreciate how you are right now. That's good. For a while now, you've been challenged by a discomforting feeling of pressure. A sensation that everything important is your responsibility to fix or maintain. You may hold an overwhelming belief that society values the pursuit of high standards and perfectionism. And of course, there may be positive consequences to this belief system of yours. So it makes sense to question whether or not this is something you actually want to change. And now that your mind is open to such a change, it cannot hurt to weigh up the costs and benefits of staying the same versus the costs and benefits of changing your outlook and perception, and what you can expect and what will be involved if you decide to make that change. You are the only person who can decide whether the standards you set for yourself are unreasonable and costly. It's now time to decide whether or not you would like to adjust the standards you set for yourself. So, please take a few moments of quietness to consider your decision. Just make sure that you're ready to move forwards into a new, less onerous way of living. a way which will add fresh perspective to your view of the world and your place in it. Just do that now. Good, you've decided. So right now, I'd like you to go inside and conduct an honest, private appraisal of how you might rebalance your approach to deliver positive benefits. Not only for you, but also for those you care about. As a first step, I'd like to introduce you to something which we call black and white thinking. When we think of things in this way, it can lead us into an all or nothing situation, where the only options are absolute success or absolute failure. It shouldn't be difficult for you to acknowledge that black and white thinking places unnecessary stress on your decisions and actions, and can certainly lead to a scenario where you choose only to attempt things in which you can virtually guarantee complete success. But I'm sure you'd agree with me that this is not really the way the world works. It's also not the way that most of your fellow humans work either. To confine yourself to black and white thinking like this tends to make you an outlier. And whilst this might be an acceptable state for people who hold power over everything they experience, it's probably not going to be a successful strategy for you. Thinking in black and white is like a line drawing with a pencil. It creates an idealized state, perhaps about how you might like things to be, when clearly a line drawing can convey only extremes of form, without nuance or tone. Kind of like a rudimental cartoon in an old-style comic book. Perhaps you can visualize something like that in your mind's eye. A simple monochrome line drawing of something important to you. It doesn't engender much by way of feelings or emotions. It's black and white, and the limitations are obvious to you. Just a quick sketch. Now, imagine how things might begin to change when you introduce the light and shade of grayscale into that picture. By adding tone, that picture can convey so much more. Shadows can communicate the intensity and direction of sunlight, for example, which leads us to make subtle calculations about the time of day, or even the seasons of the year. so much additional information that we can use to make a judgment about what is actually being shown to us. Because shadows will inevitably move and change. And the way you view a scene in the morning will be completely different to how you perceive it later in the day or in the evening. You may also care to consider texture, which a skillful artist employs to draw an emotional response from the casual observer. Some things are hard and shiny like steel. Other things may be soft and pliable, such as fabric. And the more tone and texture we introduce, the wider the variation of interpretation that we can take from that simple drawing. From that original black and white pencil outline, which offered us little more than a binary illustration of its subject, we now have a far more interesting picture, which is beginning to resemble how something may look in real life. Consider now what happens when we begin to incorporate colour into our image. If you have an image or impression in your mind, just allow the colours to gently infiltrate, slowly changing our original childlike cartoon into a realistic scene, more like a photograph. Now, imagine the differences between where we began with that simple pencil line drawing and what we have now, a lifelike photographic impression. And ask yourself which one is more useful. At every stage, we added useful, interesting, or important information, which enables us to know more about what we're observing. By gradually building up our image, we've had the opportunity to evaluate just what to do next. Dark or light shading, bright or subtle colouring. And now, if we want to, we can even add motion and turn a single image into a movie, which delivers yet more useful information about direction, position, speed, and repetition. It really doesn't matter what was the original image we constructed, because you have readily accepted that at each stage of enhancement, there are almost infinite choices you can make before you reach the final outcome. You may even change your mind multiple times along the way. The whole history of human endeavour has evolved this way. Most of the time, there isn't only one way of doing something. and you always have the choice to make changes as you go. What is most important to appreciate, and I think you are in the right place to do this now, is that you can only control certain aspects of everything you do. Every action is a combination of you, the actor, and the numerous external forces which can affect the outcome. If you start out with one fixed image of how you want things to turn out, there's invariably a high probability that you'll encounter reasons to amend or modify your thoughts and actions in order to achieve a satisfactory outcome, which may bear little resemblance to the idealized sketch you originally envisaged. This is good. There's always more than one way to get to where you need to go. And by adopting this flexible way of being, this flexible way of thinking and acting, you open yourself up to a wide world of possibilities. You embrace the opportunity to learn and adapt, and to measure the small steps of the progress you make, rather than hanging everything on the remote possibility that your original plan is the only way to achieve the outcome you desire. For there are many ways to get to your destination. Good. You're opening your mind to other possibilities. That's balanced thinking. And it's a skill that's going to guide you in a different way. A more relaxed and open-minded way. Pulling you away from your traditional, rigid, monochrome mindset towards a richer, more interesting approach. One that makes room for the valuable inputs that the world can offer you, when you choose to accept them. You don't have to solve every problem yourself. You benefit from collaboration at every level. Life is a team game. And there's an enormous team out there, ready to support you and contribute to your well-being. Just take a short period of quietness now to allow this new information to permeate through your mind, settling in your subconscious where your good decisions and positive thinking emanate. Do that now. Good. You've done really well. It'll shortly be time to emerge from this beautiful, relaxed state, where your mind is open to learning and considering alternate ways in which you can improve your life through happiness and relaxation. And later, when you resume your daily life, you'll easily call upon and implement the things you've learned here today. You may discover that you're less rigid in your thinking and more open to the world of options that are yours to choose from. Because your old way was not the only way. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 up to 3. At the count of 3, your eyes are going to open. You will become fully alert and totally refreshed. Any cobwebs that you might have had, any sleepiness of mind, is going to dissolve and disappear. And you're going to feel bright-eyed and full of energy. You'll be fully alert and wonderful and marvelous in every way. Here we go. 1. Slowly, easily and gently feel yourself coming back up toward your full awareness. 2. You're still relaxed and calm, but notice that your eyes under your eyelids feel as if they're clearing. Kind of like they're being bathed in a sparkling cool mountain stream. And you feel great. On the next count, those eyes are going to open, totally alert, fully refreshed, just feeling excited and wonderful in every way. And every time you go into hypnosis, you can let yourself go deeper than the time before. Because you know that just feels good. All right, get ready. And 3, open those eyes and notice how good you feel.